Sky Blue Fans TV. For the fans, by
Johnson,
the fans.
lovely play. McSheffrey, crisply done. And Coventry.
Jeffrey, yes!
Dummy to left foot.
Wow, I can watch them goals over and over again, which I'm sure most of us have all weekend. A very good welcome to Sky Blue Fans TV on this very, well, should we say, very special night, celebrating our FA Cup victory at Molineux on Saturday. It was one of them games where it will live in the memory for a very, very long time. I've replayed them goals time and time again. I'm sure most everybody on here has done that as well, and it's just, you have to pinch yourself and to watch the FA Cup draw, which we'll talk about as well earlier on. It's just fantastic to be in there, the final four teams in the competition, and wow, it's just a proud moment for us to be in there. It's just a fantastic weekend all round, and we've got plenty of people on to talk about it. We've got Milesy, of course, who is also there. Good evening, Mark. Have you calmed down now? Not over it yet?
No, still not over it. No, I when I got up this morning, I got up about 11 o'clock because I've had a hectic few days and had a nice lie-in. Got up and started watching it because I just wanted to see it.
I have to watch it again on telly because when you're there, it's different, isn't it? You got to come back and watch telly just in case you missed anything. And I watched it again when I got back. It was just brilliant. And I've watched all the ITV, BBC versions, see what comments they've made, and it's interesting to see they're all very complimentary. Actually, most of them are complimentary towards us, which is very good. It's always nice to see us get a bit of well-earned praise, should we say, from the media. We don't always get it.
Out time.
Yeah, about time, mate. Claudio, good evening, Claudio.
Good evening.
My God, look at the state. Look at the state of it.
Hello.
Look at the state of it.
You dyed your hair.
It's my Mick Ferguson tribute.
Oh, right, okay.
Because you've got a modern day Mick Ferguson playing up front for us now, haven't we?
Well, we have, yes, we have.
I reckon he is. He is. He's reincarnated.
What a fantastic game he had as well.
Before I carry on, can I just say, because obviously I was meant to be on the show Thursday, my wife was ill and had to rush her into hospital. I've got to say, I've had so many private messages from people who watch the show. Some people I don't even know, only by their code names, whatever they use. Well wishes, really much appreciated. My missus thought it was lovely as well. So big thanks for that, guys.
Yeah,
and ladies as well. I've just absolutely made up about that, and it made the weekend, especially as yesterday as well, so much better to know there's a lot of support out there. It's brilliant. And the interesting thing is, I'd had the mock-up, didn't I, ready for the FA Cup. You can see the cup there, the flag from '87.
You took that out. Yeah.
And I was going to take it down. I thought, no, if I take it down, we're going out. It's been up there since Thursday, all that stuff. So I'm just so glad I kept up there. What a day.
Well,
what a day. That's what I can say.
I'm glad to Mrs. He's on the mend. I haven't been so well myself, to be honest, the last week or so. As you know, I've been poorly. I've had a bad chest infection. And thank you, lads, for filling in for me over the last couple of weeks. It's been interesting watching and listening to it from home. But I'm on the mend now. I'm probably not quite 100%, but I would have never missed yesterday's game for the world. If I was 90%, I would have been there, and I was there. And I'm just so glad I went, and so many great memories that's going to live with me for a long, long time. Right, CJ is another man who's there, and we bumped into him, didn't we? Celebrating afterwards.
We did.
Yeah, I was a bit happy.
Yeah, a little bit happy. Yeah,
I think I put Miles' back out, and I think he's got concussion from banging his head on the ceiling.
Yeah, I'll tell you, we weren't that far off. There were people behind loving it though. They loved it and was
Oh,
cheering, and it was great, weren't it, CJ? After it was just brilliant, weren't it?
Yeah, I
It
mean,
was just fantastic, wasn't it?
it just put everybody in a great mood for the weekend, didn't it? It's just, to kick off. We were the first game, obviously, and so it was great knowing that we were in the hat and we didn't have to worry about anybody else. We were the first ones in there. We've done our bit, and we can just sit back and relax and watch the others. And there were some fantastic games, including that one Liverpool Man United one this afternoon.
3 brilliant games, isn't there?
3 brilliant games, yeah.
And 1 drab one. The only one really we couldn't watch live, so because we were on the way home. So,
exactly.
Thankfully.
Now, listen, we've got loads of comments coming in, Miles, haven't we?
Hold on, you got Chris here. Chris is here.
Has Chris arrived? Okay.
Yes.
I can't see him on my screen.
Here he is.
There you go, Chris. Good evening.
Sorry,
How are you, mate? All right?
Yeah, good. Wow, suffering a bit. I hit the celebrations a bit too much yesterday. Got caught up in the good feeling of it. But yeah, absolutely amazed yesterday. Just like ridiculous feeling coming out of that stadium yesterday.
Oh,
yeah.
I was saying that I haven't seen a turnaround like that in a game for a very, very long time.
Yeah, I mean, what in the space of 15 minutes, like you're up, you're down, you're up, like emotion-wise, and it's just like,
it was unbelievable. We've got Vicky coming in as well. Good evening, Victoria.
Evening, guys.
How are we? All right.
Fab.
Have you recovered from yesterday's excitement?
No, I've got a banging headache. So I'm just still. The excitement's got too much.
Well, look, we don't mind. Yeah, you can plenty of time to recover because I think everybody's in the same boat this weekend. It's just been one of them fantastic weekends. And look, we've got loads of comments coming in, Miles, haven't we?
Yeah, but before that, Ken, let's just show this video. I forgot to click the video of this. This is from the Wolverhampton end. Okay, so there were 2-1 up. There were 2-1 up, right? Now, I will warn everyone, there's a bit of swearing in this, so I am warning you now.
No way! You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. No way! Promise me that fucking
away. Wow.
No way.
Fair to say that.
I think that's the one I've watched most often.
Fair to say they weren't very happy.
So nice to see. I was about to say, nice to see they took it well.
Wouldn't you, though?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the Wolves fans I spoke to on the way outside where I parked, and then the guy said to me, he said, look, our keeper kept us in the game. We deserve to win. He was very, very complimentary to us, to be fair. He said you were brilliant. He said you've done your own work, obviously, on us, and obviously if it weren't for our keeper, we could have been 2-3-0 down, which is true, isn't it? Their keeper did keep them in the game. So it was brilliant. And at least he was honest enough to admit that. Loads of comments then, Miles. Yes.
Yeah. Let's crack on, and we can answer that. We can answer some of them, can't we? All individually.
Yeah.
So Gar87 says, "What a game yesterday! Absolutely was." Rob Nichols, I'm looking forward to this tonight. I have a feeling this is going to be a good one. Well, we hope so. We definitely hope so. Mostly love and music. Biggest club in the Midlands. Wow. I mean, it's just amazing, isn't it? Mark Cunningham. Wow, what a game. United next. Let's have it. Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's have it. I think they're going to underestimate us. Covandy, evening all. Somebody pinch me. Can't reach you. We're the other side of the screen, so we can't. Someone will have to find you tomorrow and pinch you. Jordan Williams, been looking forward to this. Good evening all. Assassins Unite. So proud of the Sky Blues. Mark Robbins and Doug King are taking us where we want to be. Oh, man. It's just unbelievable, isn't it? Gibbo, evening all. What a day yesterday was. Has anyone managed to peel themselves off the ceiling yet?
Wow.
I'm halfway down. Paul Cuttington, being no doubt we are dining at the top table of football, and we deserve our place. Beat Man United after extra time. Talking about that, have a little chat about that one. Man United.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Man United then. You know, we all know who we've seen that game today. I think most of us seen it today. Fantastic game, by the way, wasn't it? I mean, it was swinging both ways. At one stage, nobody knew which way it was going to go, but it ended up to United. And well, let's get Claudio's view on that then. Claudio, Man United.
Well, the good thing about it is we can sing the Sky Blue song and it actually means something.
Yeah,
we've not done that for a while, because when we sing it, obviously we've not been playing any Premier League clubs, have we? Apart from cup game quarter-final against Chelsea and United when we played them in the League Cup. It's just a really good draw. And to be honest, I was so pleased they beat Liverpool, because I didn't want to play Liverpool. I didn't want to play Man City. Chelsea would have been a good option, but this would be a great occasion.
I was hoping for Chelsea. I just wanted to avoid Man City at all costs.
And they're so unpredictable, Man United. You don't know what you're going to get, and hopefully they'll be a bit hissy and won't fancy it. We just got to get stuck into him. Give them some Championship football.
Yeah,
basically.
Definitely. Yeah.
No fears.
No, well, that's what we've got to do. We've got to do exactly the same as we did on Saturday and go and play with no fear. Miles, what was your reaction to the draw? Were you hoping for Chelsea or were you hoping for Man United?
Well, do you know what? Look, everyone knows I've got something against Man United. I think they are all their fans are entitled, and they're all season ticket holders by sitting on their armchair with a Sky remote in their hands. And it's just, for me, I think this is great, because we know we can beat Man United, and we know, like Claudio's just said, they can have an off day. And if we play, I mean, yesterday's performance for me has got to be the best performance I've seen for probably 7 or 10 years. It was off the scale, and Wolves didn't know what hit them. And Will stood next to me yesterday and he said, how come we've got so much time on the ball? And we did have so much time on the ball. And I said, well, Premier League football, you do have time on the ball, but they are, in the Premier League, they are quicker at breaking. So you do get caught out a lot. So I think this game against Man United is set up for our style of football. Just look what Mark Robbins can do in a one game. You just seen it yesterday. You seen it last year in the playoff semi-final, and nearly pulled it off in the final. It's just going to be ace, isn't it? It's going to be ace. Playing Man United is just going to be. Just bring it on. Let's do it. Let's go. Do you know what I said to you on the phone earlier, Ken? Yeah. We're winning this. We're winning this trophy this year. We're winning it. I don't care who it is. We're winning it.
Nobody's going to stand in our way. No, you never know. There might be an upset in the other one. Chelsea might beat Man City. You never know.
That's it.
You just never know. You got to keep fighting to the end, and that's what we did yesterday. We as Michael Richards said on the ITV, he says they never give up. They never give up. They carried on and on and on and on, and eventually the Wolves crumbled, didn't they? You know exactly. Victoria, what was your view on the draw to start with? Were you happy with Man United, or did you want anybody else?
I didn't really mind who we had, to be honest. I'm just enjoying. I sat down to watch the draw and thought, this is weird. Watching a semi-final cup draw and we're actually in it, so let's just enjoy it. Yeah. So I think Man United is a good draw because they've got vulnerabilities, haven't they? I mean, I watched them play Newport, I think it was, in an earlier round. Yes. And Newport gave them a bit of a fight, and then ultimately Man United sort of got away with that one, I think. But so they've got vulnerabilities, and so if we play like we did yesterday and take it to them, there's no. I mean, that's what the cup's all about, isn't it? That you can dream, and anything's possible on the day. So yeah, I just think I was going to enjoy it. I've got to enjoy it. Like, it's a special time.
I quite agree. Anything can happen. It's down to on the day. CJ, I mean, were you first two you got in the draw? Obviously, do you want to avoid Man City?
Yeah, they were the ones really I wanted to avoid. I wanted Chelsea really. I mean, I think Wolves are probably a better team than Chelsea. You know, you look at the league. The league doesn't lie, and they're a place above them. So, I think it would have been. I think it's a bigger upset us beating them than Leicester if Leicester had beaten Chelsea. So, that's the way I see it. So Chelsea would have been the better option of the two. Really, definitely not Man City. But I think we could go down there and we could go and cause another surprise, couldn't we? I mean,
100%.
United, they have got the players. I mean, you look at them today. They were very, very, very good at times, but very bad as well. And we just got to hope they have 90 or 120 minutes of the bad. That's what we've got to hope for. And and I touch a little bit on yesterday. I think it says a lot that I know we say how good we are, but it shows how good we are that in virtually every single stat you could look at, they were better. Wolves were better yesterday than they were when they beat Fulham last week. And if you look at the stats, it's one of the best. It's one of their best performances for the last few weeks, and we still went out and we beat them. So that shows how good we actually were. And I think how good we were is kind of masking a little bit that some of their fans weren't very happy with how they played, but I don't think they were actually that bad at all. I think we were just very good, and we were just a lot better than them on the day.
Do you think they underestimated us a little bit?
I don't know. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I mean, they put out a reasonable team. I thought they might play Bentley rather than Sarr. You know, they've got a lot of players out injured. You could clearly see they're desperately needing like an out-and-out striker, really.
Yeah.
They were short in that department. What Zhuang is it Zhuang? Yeah, Zhuang. He's injured, isn't he? So if they had quite a few chances, they had almost as many chances as us, but they were barely hitting the target. Collins pulled off a couple of really good saves. Well, one in particular, but I don't know. I don't think they necessarily underestimated us. I think we just had a really, really, really good day, and we turned it on, and we know we can do that, and we can do that against anybody.
Yeah, that's right. It's all about turning it on the day. It's always down to on the day, no matter what you put on paper with teams and stuff. If you don't perform on the day, you've got a risk of getting turned over, and that's exactly what happened to them. Because I thought we were absolutely superb. Chris, good evening, mate. What was your view on the draw first to start with?
I was really happy. I think like everyone else, I wanted either United or Chelsea. So I was really happy. In fact, when the United was doing the draw, actually, obviously, he said Manchester. It just felt like it took him forever to say United and not City. Start waiting on centre hooks, just praying it wasn't City. Because let's be honest, if we got City or probably Liverpool, it would be a miracle for us to get through that. Let's be honest. And you just at that point hoping it wouldn't be like the final that Man City had against Watford a few years ago, where they won like 6-0.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to go to Wembley and get that type of tonking, even off someone like Man City. So I think we've got a really good day to look forward to. I, like everyone else, watched the game today, and I actually think there's massive holes and space in Man United's midfield, and I think that could work to our advantage. So I definitely think there are things there that we could do to cause an upset. But I suppose it does depend on what United turns up, really.
Yeah, we've all seen dodgy Man United, haven't we, throughout the season? And we've all seen a good Man United. So there's no doubt about some international class players, as we all know. But at the end of the day, as we've all said before, it's how you perform on the day, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Ken, CJ, you brought up Jose Sarr there. I mean, when you watch Jose Sarr yesterday, and then you look at our two keepers, you can see if we get to the Premier League, what sort of keeper we are going to need in the Premier League, can't you? I mean, the level was just. It was just unbelievable, wasn't it? I mean, Sims was unlucky in the first half. Maybe it was offside. It would have been offside because of Bidwell. But, the way he got himself back up to save that, I know Sims sort of hit it on the heel of his boot and it sort of didn't go in the right direction he wanted. But to pull off a double save like that was unbelievable. And when you look at that yesterday, you can see where and what level of players we've got to sign if we get in that Premier League, haven't we?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Doug probably knows that as well. I think Doug spoke to BBC CWR afterwards as well, didn't he? And he was saying, I think he realised, he's got to invest. He's got to invest a bit more money. Obviously, if we go up, or if we go into the final, he's earned a bit more money. So I think he knows the sort of players we want, and I think Robbins does as well. Robbins, when you look back at Robbins, he's always improved the squad, hasn't he? Season on season.
Yeah.
He's always improved.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's got players that sometimes we don't have heard of before, and he's turned them into, top players. And that's what we've got to do really. At the end of the day, we've got to unearth a few more bargains if we can, because we obviously got limited sources money wise. But
I think that's the thing with Sarr, isn't it? I've always thought he's one of the best keepers. Like whenever you watch like Match of the Day or whatever, Sarr seems like one of the better keepers in the Premier League. So I was thinking this is going to be difficult because we've got to score past him. No matter how Wolves play, we're still going to get past him. And the fact we scored 3 goals against such a quality keeper is something else to be proud of.
And he saved a good 2 or 3, didn't he?
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
That we should have scored with it a bit more ruthless. We probably would have scored. We've got a few more comments, Miles, haven't we? We don't try and
not just a few. We've got absolutely hundreds.
I can see them all coming in the corner.
Neil Jacks, who messaged me about Claudio, he asked if Claudio and his wife were okay. Good evening, Neil. If you'd have said at the start of the season that we'd be playing Man United in the semi-final at Wembley, you would have taken that all day long. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just a wonderful achievement.
And not only that, Miles, if you'd have said in August we'd have 2 strikers with 14 goals apiece and a semi-final at Wembley, you wouldn't have believed it, would you?
No,
definitely not. Because But again, we were talking about Sims last week, weren't we? And the week before, and Vicky's got her own Ellis Sims fan club on Facebook. She's got her own group page for him and everything. I mean, you can see, we kept saying the last few games, you can see what Mark Robbins and AD are trying to teach him, and he's starting to understand what they want from him. And yesterday, there was a few occasions in the first half where he just pushed people off the ball, and he was absolutely brilliant, wasn't he? But Phil Taylor comes in here, he says, Sims and Sheaf were class yesterday. Can I ask a question? How on earth did ITV give man of the match to a Wolves player? What's his name? Eight Nori or whatever his name is, at Nori, over Sheaf. Sheaf yesterday was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was
unbelievable.
I'll tell you what, I mean, that was one of those unfortunate things, wasn't it, where they make that decision before the game's over, which is why it's always stupid that they do that, because he at that point, he'd just scored a goal, created a goal, they were winning, they think they're going through, so you can see why they've given it to him, but then the game completely turns around, and you're like, well, that's why it's just a stupid time to make the decision. What's even worse is in the paper today, they've obviously been written after full time, they've also given it to him, and said that he didn't deserve to be on the losing side, which is absolutely ridiculous statement. And they gave him 9 out of 10, which is Sims and Sheaf and Bidwell like 6s and 7s. And you're just like, what game were you watching? That's not true.
I know we've got blue tinted glasses on, all of us, but honestly, seriously, Sheaf yesterday was by far the best player on that pitch.
Yeah.
By far, even Clive Tilsley. When I watched some of it again, as I say today, and he was breaking down play, cutting the ball out, running up the pitch with it. I mean, he absolutely had the game of his life yesterday, and you can see why he was at Arsenal. It was fantastic, absolutely fantastic, and I still can't get my head around how he got man of the match. I just don't get it. You know, and well,
I think
beggars
I
belief.
think for me as well, Sims had a good shot at being man of the match just for the pure fact he's got the 2 goals and the assist for the third. I'm so happy that Sims is starting to come good, because I've said all season that it looks like there is a player in there. It just needs time. Obviously, he's had a lot of stick on the online forums on Facebook, and just to see it turn around now, and him start to get the plaudits he deserves, his performances deserve, because he's improved greatly over the last 2 months.
He
Definitely.
said that at the
Yeah.
first Players Forum, didn't he? When he came to the very first Players Forum at the beginning of the season, he said that he'd signed to develop him, and because he knew that he could improve under the coach's head, because we've seen that time and time again, and that he'd come here to learn. And you can see that that's what he wanted to do, and he has taken on board. He's clearly taken on board what Robbins and that are teaching him.
Yeah. I thought he was outstanding. I thought the layoff for that, especially that third goal, the winner, the layoff to Hadji, fantastic. And he just caused them all sorts of problems, didn't he, for the whole match? I mean, did we all agree on the team selection? Were we any surprises that nobody played, or did you expect that team that Robbins put out? There's a team.
Well, I was not expecting 4 at the back.
No.
And I think it just a masterclass by Mark Robbins. I think he's had for weeks playing with a 3. Maybe he was doing it because he probably thought Wolves are watching us. I don't know. It just seems to then switch it all of a sudden back to a 4. And then when we were defending, he had 5 across the midfield. It was brilliant what he did. It completely stifled them for most of the game.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to. We're a bit harsh on Mark Robbins, but he's been doing it for enough years now to know what he is doing.
Yeah.
And I just thought, when it was 4-3, when I saw the lineup with 4 at the back, I thought he's having a go here. And I think and we handled it the right way. I think it was a good team selection.
Yeah. I mean, were you surprised, CJ, any of the team? Would you have played any different?
I
mean, obviously,
was pleasantly surprised he put. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised that he put Collins in. I think it was quite. I liked how he put. He effectively. I mean, that team sheet reads as a 5, doesn't it? But I am. Yeah. I thought that was natural, Claudio. Sorry, you take me back.
I thought we had a special guest on.
Yeah, so I think he was. I think he was quite clever with how he did that, where he could move. He could move Latabodier into third back if he needed to. Especially. I mean, I know Sheaf was there, but when Sheaf was out, I mean, we were crying out for that presence in midfield, and we were still playing him as centre half. And Plymouth was a prime example. We looked so much better when he moved forward. And we actually looked more solid at the back as well, because we had somebody extra in front of the 2, if you get what I mean. It did seem a bit, there was less pressure on the defence because the midfield handled it better in the first place. And Robbins, one of Robbins' biggest character traits is also one of his biggest flaws in the time he's been here, and that's his stubbornness. And maybe showing loyalty to the wrong player here and there, maybe, I don't know, but I think he, you can't argue with it though. I suppose look where we are, can look where we were when he, we had Slade before. So I mean, ultimately, I do look at it and I think he seems like he's developed a lot in the last few years. Like I think, in the last year, I think a year, 18 months ago, 2 years ago, we wouldn't have seen what we got at Leeds, where he just completely changed the dynamic of the team completely. And that might be
shocked a few.
With De Silva and the fact that he basically overloaded one side to counteract Dan James, and it worked. So I do think he is developing as a coach and as a manager, and he is. You can see that there's one or two of the character traits that he's shown that there's only one or two that you really complain about. They are kind of going a little bit, and he does seem like he's got a plan B. And like one more thing on that, like I said, sorry to go on at it because it seems like I'm robbing flashing, but like I think going back to like the League Two playoff final, he'd had 49 league games and effectively, and however many cup games we played, and you could still probably ask him at the end of that playoff final, who is your ideal starting 11? And he probably couldn't tell you. Whereas now, he's got one set one for that, one set one for that, one set one for that. And he does seem to be, like I say, he's learned since that time, really. And I think it's massive. You know, he needs to take a lot of plaudits for that he's still developing, and hopefully he continues to develop while he's here.
Yeah.
I mean, you touched there, CJ. I just heard what you mentioned there about he doesn't know what he wouldn't have known what his starting 11 was. It's took him a long time this season to find his starting 11 again, hasn't it? When you think about it, because we kept saying here.
I suppose it has in a way.
Yeah, it's taken him ages to find his first 11, isn't it?
Yeah, because we had a lot of new players in, yeah.
And injuries as well. I think
there was a lot of money spent in the summer. Yeah. And I mean, there was a lot of money spent for us as a club, probably average in the Championship, to be honest with you, but a lot of money spent by us as a club in the summer. And it seemed for a while we were wasting it because we had a goalkeeper that we'd spent about £1 million on that was sat on the bench, and we had two centre halves that weren't really playing together as much as they should have been, and they cost us £6 million between them. You had an ideal front three of Wright on the wing, Sakamoto on the wing, and Sims through the middle, and he just wasn't doing it for one reason and another. But I think that seems to have gone now. We have played Latabodi and Binks at centre half every so often and stuff, but they're good players, and they can come in there. So ultimately we are, we haven't basically relied on Van Aerwyck, which we thought we would have to throughout this season. We have moved things around from time to time. Still think we need another right back, to be honest with you, to play underneath him. But that's a big thing. I think that's a big hole that we haven't filled. But we've kind of put, we've used Eccles there from time to time, haven't we? And it has worked. So.
Yeah, well, look, listen, we've got loads more to talk about. We've got loads of comments. We're going to have a short break now, put some ads on, and we'll be back in 5 minutes or a couple of minutes, actually, and we'll have a few more comments to look at.
Sky Blue Fans TV. For the fans, by the fans.
So good evening, welcome back to Sky Blue Fans TV. We're talking our massive, fantastic win yesterday at Molyneux. Loads more to talk about, loads more comments coming in. We've got an update with George and John, Miles.
Yeah, so if you haven't already, if you could, that would be really appreciated. There you go. There's all the details. If you head over to our description as well, you'll see the GoFundMe page for George and John. If you want to donate, just £5 would be absolutely amazing. That'll go towards the statue. And with this cup run, you never know. People might want to start putting a little bit of money in towards it, and let's get this statue money raised. It has gone up slightly over the last couple of weeks. It is now at 26,741. So you can head over to GoFundMe page, which is in the link below on all our descriptions for all our shows. And also there is the Sky Blues in the community account number and sort code on the screen. please, if you could, it'd be amazing if we can get that statue done. Once we have that statue done, and Mark Robins gets us to the Premier League this year, and also wins us the FA Cup this year, do the double, then we'll get the raising money for Mark Robins statue. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
That would be fantastic. And
When we win the Europa League.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's another thing. You know, if we do play Man City in the final, if we do happen to get to the final, which I think we will, we could play Man City, and of course they're qualified for Europe already. So wouldn't that give us an opportunity to play in Europe? I think it would, wouldn't it?
I think we'd automatically qualify for the conference.
Yeah,
league.
I'm sure we would.
Yeah, two people.
I think it goes to the. I think it goes to the next place Premier League side.
Yeah,
does
there's some confusion over. They've changed the rulings because they've changed the way they're doing the European competitions.
All right. Okay.
So we'll win it anyway. So don't matter.
And we'll be in the
I think there's
Europa League.
11. I think there's a chance. There's an opportunity. I think there's an opportunity for 11 English clubs to play in the in Europe next season.
Yeah, Covington
Really?
Albion. My lads' team, Covington Albion, got a chance at this rate.
Well, look, we've got loads of comments. Coming through.
Here we go then. Kyle Holly says, fantastic day yesterday. Absolute quality scenes. When that third goal went in, oh man, we got some video clips of that very shortly and some photos. Steve Price, all the way from Wales. Good evening, Steve. Get ready for your Wembley tickets, mate. Robin saved Ferguson's career, and now he's going to ruin Ten Hag's, hopefully. We got the sack after that semi-final. Janet says, what a great day. Absolutely was. Jordan Williams says, Arthur, it's not all about you. You're boring, mate. Who's Arthur?
I just banned
Arthur, the Leeds fan. He's not here, is he?
No, he is.
I've
just banned him.
Oh, is he? Well, we won't be reading him out tonight because we're celebrating. And we're going to beat Leeds anyway, and the game's going to be moved. So, it's going to be moved for televisation. So he'd be all right, wouldn't he? Because he can sit in his armchair with his Sky remote. He'd be fine, wouldn't he? Because we've asked him to come on the show, and he hasn't replied yet. Nation Radio commentary. Good evening, everyone. What a day yesterday. He had a little chat with Tony earlier on. Wayne Vaughan, have you got a semi, Arthur? Oh, dear. Ian Small, classic. Should have been 3 up, 2-1 down. Thought we had blown it. Then, bang, obviously, bang, get in. Assassins Unite. Remember, every time City and Man United have played each other in the cup, the winner has gone to win the cup. No, because we didn't win it. We didn't win the. Was it Coca-Cola, or was it the League Cup?
It's not about the FA Cup.
It's not about the FA Cup. Yeah, FA Cup. Yeah, we beat them in '87. Something about it, but they don't play in yellow. Can they have a yellow kit for the semi-final?
I've realised now. I've changed my criteria. It's teams who play in primary colours.
Brilliant.
Colin says, Arthur City, best championship team, still in the FA Cup. Yes, definitely. Where's Sky Blue? Opinion on how you think the tickets should be done for Wembley. The season ticket. Chris, what do you reckon?
Well, I'm not going to go on about the point system too much because it has been a bugbear of mine. Trying to get my points up, finding a good position with it. So there's already a lot of discussion online about it, about whether it should be 1 per season ticket holder, 2 season ticket holder, and then your points. I think it's going to depend on how many we get because I can't remember what our allocation was for the championship playoff final.
Well,
last year 33,000, wasn't it? For the
I did some research before coming on, and it's 33,000. So we won't get 2 per season ticket because there's 19,000 season ticket holders, which would then mean 38,000. So it will be 1.
I think 1 would be fair, and then just give people a chance to go who haven't maybe got, who are a bit further down the priority list, and I think going forward something like that should be done. I mean, me and Vicky have discussed this before in the past. she got with an idea of maybe holding back a small percentage of our away allocations going forward to put in a ballot to people with low points, to give them a chance to, one, to go to some away days, and two, get some points up. But yeah, I think one per season ticket holder. You know, if you're a season ticket holder, then you're guaranteed one, and then at that point, you can then start to go down the points system. You know, with fans who haven't got a season ticket but still have points, and so on and so forth. I think that's probably the best way of doing it.
Well, it'd be interesting. I mean, because I know we lose points as well as gain them, don't we? I'm not quite sure how it works. I think we've just lost all our St Andrews points now. They're taking them off us now. Is that right?
No, I believe the championship memberships for the second season at St Andrews, the championship return memberships, will come off this summer. So for everyone who didn't have those 2 years, they won't lose any points, and it will all and it'll be next season we'll lose our first season ticket back after fans started coming back to games again after COVID at the Rico.
So am I right? All of us on here have got 1,000+ points, have we, or not?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. They'll just do a ticket per season ticket, and then there'll be loads left over. I said to Miles earlier, I said maybe they should. I was obviously being tongue in cheek here because I've been to all the games. That they should give season ticket holders who went to all the cup games, including the replay, priority first. And Miles says, "Oh, why is that then?" I says, "Because I have."
Nick, is this what you just sent me? Come over from? Is this from Man United?
Yeah, Glenn's spoken about it in the comments, and I can't read it because I've got the wrong glasses on, so I've just forwarded it on so someone else can read it.
So there is something from Man United then. Man United has said we're expected to receive around 30,000 tickets. Prices and final allocation numbers to be confirmed as soon as possible. Applications will be accepted for executive club members, season ticket holders, including wheelchair users and amenity supporters who have purchased all home cup game tickets this season. Email communication will be sent to all season ticket holders to advise them of their status. Applications will be accepted from 9 a.m. Friday the 22nd of March to 9 a.m. Wednesday 27th. And the final will be 3 o'clock on the semi-final, will be at 3 o'clock on the Saturday, 20th of April. Now, if the club do that, email people. I never get any emails because I never got an email regarding the safe standing. So, if anyone's watching from the club,
it can't be at 3 on the Saturday, surely, because it's televised.
Yeah, that's class.
I don't think the blackout applies to. There's certain games that fall under the umbrella where they've got to be televised on terrestrial TV, and I'm pretty sure the blackout doesn't cover things like the FA Cup final, because that was traditionally for years and years and years one of the only games that was on terrestrial.
Oh
TV.
yeah, the final, yeah.
It was always a 3 o'clock kickoff, and I think the semi-final falls under the same umbrella as to why they would be able to televise it at 3 o'clock on a Saturday.
Can I just say something about Man United? They've got 50,000 season ticket holders, so that's probably why they've got 30,000, because there'll be loads held back because of all their corporate as well. But last season it was 34,000 each, and the other thing is, which will go against us, all the Club Wembley, all those seats that people buy all year round for the England games, wherever, they'll be flogging them, and there'll be loads of Man United fans grabbing hold of them from all around the world. So there's going to be a right old mix in some parts of the ground. Because unfortunately, that's how it is with Man United. So so we just got to make sure we get all our tickets, basically.
There won't be anyone buying our tickets, no chance, because all the COV fans are going to want to go. We took over nearly 50,000 to the trade,
it's the ones where people sell them on down the bottom.
Yeah, well, that's That's why it's got to stick to the point system, isn't it?
No, this is not to do with us. It's the ones who do the club Wembley. So they sell on their tickets when they don't go. They're like £250 a ticket or something.
Oh, right. Well, shouldn't be allowed, should it? Shouldn't be allowed.
And as we know, most Man United fans live in London anyway, don't they?
Assassins United said Jonathan Pearce said after Wolves scored the second, they've won the tie, but he was wrong. BBC commentator, apart from Clive Eakin. Clive Eakin's commentary yesterday was absolutely unbelievable. I've heard it over and over again today, and the passion behind it was just out of this world. Paul Thomas, I thought you was Dave Bennett then, Claudio.
Was it the glasses?
Anyone making comments on Leeds tonight? I'm not going to read it out because we're talking about the game yesterday, and it's more important than talking about another club who's in the Championship. So no Leeds comments tonight, guys. Adam Shaw, the last goal was perfect. O'Hare, determination and passing to the box for Sims, running in front of his man and laying off for Hadji, who beautifully pulled it away. That was some goal, weren't it?
Yeah, because O'Hare could have easily let that ball go to the corner flag and just go for a play for time and go extra time. But instead, he kept it alive, which is... And it really bugs me that people were trying to question his, where his mindset is at the minute. That lad, if you saw there was a piece with him and Milan afterwards, after the game, sitting down in the dugout talking. The kid's passionate about football. He's fulfilling a dream now. He's probably got a chance to play at Wembley, which he missed out on last year. And there's some crap that goes on in social media trying to say, his heart's not in it. This is a guy who's come back from a really bad injury. He's slowly getting back to form, and without O'Hare in the squad, we are less of a squad. Because Casey Palmer was brilliant yesterday, but when he was done in after 70 minutes, what a player to bring on!
Brilliant. Yeah, you couldn't get a better player to bring on, could you? Because
he changed the game the last 20 minutes. I thought,
it's important player for him. I think whatever he decides at the end of the season, some people say he's decided already. I'm not sure if he has. Maybe he's aging has, but I don't think he has. There's still a chance, an outside chance he might stay with us, but the ball's in his court at the end of the day, isn't it? And we can't do much about it, unfortunately. So we've just got to play with what we've got at the minute, and I'm sure he's the sort of player who will give 100%. O'Hare, I think he always has, and I don't think he's going to slap anyway anytime soon. To be honest, I think he's a must. He's got to be in the squad because he's a game changer, isn't he? He's a game changer, and he can change the game in a minute. As we've seen yesterday, he did the business. So,
I just wish the club would be a bit more transparent about what's going on with him. I think, O'Hare should say something, because this is why everything's flying around. And when you hear that before Plymouth he didn't travel down because of fatigue, or was it because he's been and spoke to another club? And he was off it for a few games. He wasn't putting tackles in. He wasn't going for tackles that he was when he first come back and he got back to match fitness. He was scoring for fun, and he did go off the boil a little bit after that Plymouth game when he got dropped. He didn't travel down. He did go off the boil. So it does. You can see why people talk about it, because it plays on people's minds. And
he wasn't the O'Hare we knew, was he?
He wasn't putting his foot in. He wasn't putting the tackles in. He wasn't running with the ball. He wasn't, he was scared to get hurt. And it does start rumours flying around. And it'd be nice for something to come out and say, yes, I'm going to stay, or no, I'm definitely going, but I'm going to give it me 100% until I go. Yeah. CJ, you were going to speak? You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute.
What we've got to think is, even if he is going, Yeah, well, he probably is. Yeah, let's say he does go and he's agreed a contract. I don't know, West Ham, 40 grand a week. Yeah, and for 4 years. Let's say he goes in and puts some really good, strong performances before now and the end of the season. Gets between 5 and 10 assists or goals, and maybe even if we lost in the semi-final, goes out and scores the goal. Scores a goal there, or puts in a good performance there. He could command more money in the summer anyway than that 40 that he's shook hands on. For example, with West Ham, he might be able to get a team slightly above that. Maybe you just don't know. It doesn't make any sense for him not to put performance in just because he's shook hands with somebody. Because at the end of the day, he's already reasonably. He's a well-off young guy, isn't he? He's got his career to think about, and he knows that Robbins is loyal to him. So at the end of and we've shown him a lot of loyalty. And at the end of the day, he knows that if he was to get cropped between now and the end of the season, he'd be offered a new contract regardless. So he's got that. He knows he's sat there with that as a backup. So I personally think he just looks like a player that played 11 times in 19 months, came back, played a few 10-minute cameos here and there, and then played week in, week out, and maybe he's just got a little bit of a niggle, and maybe that's all it is. He was just not 100%. Look at Torp last week. He was, he picked up a glute injury in the first or second minute and played the whole half, and we were looking at thinking, God, what is up here? You just don't look yourself. So ultimately, it could be along those lines. I don't think he's deliberately not putting in the effort because he's got another move. He's got a move lined up. It just makes sense for him to put that effort in and make that move better.
Love that. Love it.
I think also, I was just about to say about your feelings about O'Hare and Palmer being in the both in the team at the same time. They're both very similar players, aren't they? I know it has happened a couple of times, hasn't it? Whereas both of them have played, but they've got to rejiggle the whole team around then. So it's either going to be Palmer or O'Hare, I think, for me, for the strongest lineup. And
Agree.
And they're both playing well. So it's a good option to have, though, isn't it? Brilliant option to have.
I mean, talking about Palmer there, he's shot in the second half. That just
I was convinced that was there.
I was convinced it was him. Great effort, wasn't it? Great effort.
Yeah.
Right, some more comments. Assassins Unite. We can beat Man United. Yes, we can. You delayed your hair. You dyed your hair, sorry. You dyed your hair, Claudio. Oh, he's putting it back on.
Oh, that bloke's back again.
Lee Beckett says, good evening, CJ. Good evening.
Hello, Lee.
Do you know Lee Beckett? Michael Mifsud, guest of honour for the United rematch. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Trevor Merriman, wow. I've been to some great City games in my lifetime. Leeds semi-final, FA Cup final, etc., etc. But that has to be one of the best I've been to. We said the other night, didn't we? We said, with us being down the side of the pitch, and I'll tell you something else what looked good, in that corner, that big stand, it looked very impressive with all the Cov fans in there.
I didn't realise how high it went up. It went up quite high, didn't it, that corner stand?
That corner was great. I was in that corner. I liked the corner.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really, and the song started from there and came all the way down the side of the pitch. And we said Thursday night, didn't we? Are we going to create an atmosphere like we did at Notts County and Blackpool last year? And talking about Blackpool, it come up on my memory today. It was a year ago today. We all went to Blackpool, but I mean, it was a fantastic atmosphere down the side of the pitch. It was unbelievable.
It was.
The noise.
And we've got some videos of that, haven't we, Miles? Of fans
somewhere. Let's have a look, shall we? Where are they? Oh, yeah. Here you go.
We're going to Wembley.
What a comeback.
What a game, mate. What a game.
Wow. Yeah, fantastic. It was fantastic.
Absolutely.
And it's got to be up there for me with one of the top games in recent years.
Oh, definitely.
No doubt.
Well, we've
Yeah,
spoken
got a
before.
picture of
I'm
that.
too young for the first. I'm too young for 87. So this is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you were in that corner there, weren't you?
Yeah, I was in that corner there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Were
where
you
I
at the
was as well.
top
Were you,
or
Chris?
bottom?
Didn't see you.
Yeah, I was on bottom tier. I was right
Yeah, I
near
was
the.
bottom tier as well. Back row of the bottom tier.
Yeah.
Is anyone watching tonight that was right at the back on the right hand side? Let us know if you could see the pitch. I mean, it didn't matter because all the goals were down that end anyway.
Yeah.
But
They didn't sound the very corner. The very corner was empty, so I think that everybody was up there would have been able to say.
Oh, okay, cool. And there's a little panoramic view. It's a nice stadium, isn't it?
It is a nice stadium. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I think the last time I went there, I think was when Gary McJeffrey scored. That was way back in the day. That was years ago. That was the last time I was there prior to Saturday.
I really liked the safe standing. What did you think, Chris? It was good, the safe standing.
Yeah, so I absolutely loved it, and the reason I'm laughing about this is because I think, for my own personal preference, just standing at games, it can be quite hard for me because I've got some health issues and anything. But I go anyway because I love the way there is, I love the atmosphere. But I've been absolutely so against safe standing, like just the idea of it, the thought of it. But now I've actually gone and experienced it. And I loved it. I thought it was great. You've still got the chair if you need to be able to sit down and rest something. You've got a bar that you can lean on. Which is great.
Brilliant, I thought.
So I've now done a complete 180 on safe standing, and I kind of wish I'd experienced it before I did my survey.
as you said, Miles, I said this to you, Miles, didn't I, about the safe standing? And as you said, they'd have to change the seating arrangements at the CBS if they were going to bring it in, because there's not enough room with the seats, and you have to have a little bit more room at the front where the bar is.
Yeah, I think when you look at that stand, when you watched it on telly today, there's a little bit of a corner bit where they've rebuilt the steps. You can see the new concrete that they've put in. I think to be able to do it, because you'll be standing, I don't think the step down to the next person would be high enough at the CBS. I don't know what you guys think. I think it would have to be, you'd have to rebuild that area with only a slightly higher step, because it'd be like if you're standing behind someone who's really tall, or even a normal person who's quite tall, you wouldn't be able to see over their head. So I think they would have to redesign all the concrete that the seats are on. Plus, there isn't a lot of space. You know, when people walk past you at the CBS, there isn't a lot of room, is there? The gap between the seats, there isn't a lot of room. Your knees touch the seats in front sometimes when you sit down. So they'd have to redesign all that. It would have to be redone.
But at the side where we were sitting at the side, it just felt like they put the bar in the way.
Yeah.
And you didn't have much room when you sat down anyway. It was quite tight, I thought. I thought it was quite tight.
I was in jail 9, and I thought
I was in 8, yeah. It was because the first thing I said to Jack, who was next to me, who was on the show on Thursday, I went, "Oh, this is a bit cosy." Yeah, I've got to say, it was funny. Yeah, well, it was with 3 rows in front of the boxes, which was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I was offered out by everybody in the box, even the women. And I thought, whoa, they look a bit fearsome. I soon set the blokes on. No, it was good banter there. It was good banter with them. And they started applauding us as we were going past them at the end. So
yeah, people were looking over the balcony after the game, clapping us and giving us a cheer and putting their thumbs up and stuff. It was really nice. I
mean, Chris saw the video of me with the lad from the Wolves fan base, who basically, I think Vicky saw it as well, so dismissive. It's almost like he didn't want to be there being interviewed because he thought it was like too much trouble. It's because when off air, I said to the guy doing it, I said, look at him, trying to pretend it doesn't mean anything. And he was going, well, it's not really a Midland. Well, it's a Midland derby. It's not a West Midland derby, is it really? I'm thinking, what are you talking about? For years it was the biggest derby in the Midlands because nobody played each other.
They obviously didn't know the history of the club.
And I spoke to the guy who does that Championship podcast, and he actually said, I ain't having him back on again. We're going to go elsewhere if we need a Wolves fan because he was just terrible. I just thought, show a bit of,
respect.
Don't be so patronising. It's like, so I thought, I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Well, where Dave came on here on Thursday, he was bloody brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant. And if he is watching, I'm sorry we didn't get to come and see you after the game, Dave. We had to. I got a lift, so I had to get back to the car. But he was absolutely brilliant, wasn't he? Dave was. So from always Wolves. I was going to say always Cov then.
Yeah.
Always Wolves.
He was the other day was decent, wasn't he, Claudio?
Yeah, from talking Wolves, he was brilliant. And the comments below from all the Wolves fans, a lot of them were saying, I don't fancy this. I reckon they're Coventry going to be up for it because of the state of their squad. So it's interesting because we only look at our team. We don't really see much of the opposition, do we? Really, just what you see on television, the highlights. And they know their team better than what we do. And I'm thinking, if they're thinking we've got a chance, then maybe we have got a chance.
Yeah. More comments. Kyle comes in. I'm already got 2007 vibes. We can beat Man United. Paul Thomas has come in, says, anyone seen The Unseen? Yeah, absolutely amazing. Have you all seen it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not yet.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah, go into the changing room, CJ, and you hear Mark Robbins talking to the players. Just absolutely amazing. And if that isn't enough to give you goosebumps, I don't know what is. But those players after that performance yesterday, wow. Ian Small says, yes, excellent. I think he meant the performance. Assassins Unite, we definitely got a better chance than Leeds, who haven't reached the semi-final since 1987. Something happened that year. Trevor Merriman, Paul Unseen, brilliant. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. You need to watch it, CJ. David Granigan, I hope you're feeling okay, mate. He was poorly. He was meant to come on tonight. He's poorly. Good evening, guys. Hope everything is good. What a game yesterday. Again, apologies, could not make it tonight. It's absolutely fine. Just hope you're feeling better. You got work tomorrow. We're going to Wembley, Assassins Unite. Mark Cunningham, I'm absolutely hanging after that result. Paul Hughes, no way, yams. Evening all. Good evening, Paul. David Granigan, what's your guys' thoughts on the semi-draw? We've already done that, haven't we? So we all think it's great. CJ would have preferred Chelsea, but we got
way longer for it.
I just want to see Ellis Sims and Hadji Wright and O'Hare have a go at Maguire. That's going to be hilarious. He ain't going to cope with O'Hare, is he?
Yeah, it's a shame we ain't got second motor, isn't it? Shame we ain't got second motor.
Yeah. Bloody hell. Trevor Merriman, so pleased you got so many well wishes, Claudio. That's the Sky Blue Army for you. Yes, definitely is.
My wife said to me, she went, tonight when I went to see her, that was the first time in 3 days I went in sober. Because Thursday when I took her in, I'd been to the Diamond Club lunch, hadn't I?
Yeah.
So I know that was a bit of a nightmare. And she said, well, you need to drive me to the hospital. I thought, oh shit.
Ralph Wiggins says their keeper played a blinder. We should have been 4-0 up at first half. Yeah, 3 or 4. Yeah, should have been. Carl Holly, semi-finals of the FA Cup. I'm so proud of this team. Yeah, definitely. We're the famous Coventry City, and we're going to Wembley. Catty Cads, good evening. Great day yesterday, Miles. We never gave up, did we? No, we definitely didn't. I need to ring Martin later. I need to have
Nice
a
to
quick
see
chat.
you on the video, Martin, as well at the end.
Yeah.
Going down the steps.
Yeah, you're on the video there. We're on TV as well. Assassins Unite, 1987, Man United 0, Coventry City 1. Oh, yeah. Ian Courts, it's like 87 all over again. Great to see the young generation of fans have their time. PUSB. It is wonderful for the young fans, isn't it? It is wonderful. Absolutely brilliant. Vicky's having a conversation backstage. Phil Taylor, I think our forwards and midfield will cause their defence a lot of problems if we are more clinical than yesterday. We can win, no problem. Wayne Littlewood, finally, Tottenham or Chelsea, United or anyone, will finally have some meaning. Thank God we didn't get Man City. 5% possession. Well, you only need 5% possession to score a goal. So there you go. David Granigan. Oh, no, I'm not reading that because it's about the Leeds fan. Lowry87 says, if Middlesbrough can beat Chelsea, then Coventry can beat United. Definitely. We're getting there. Kyle Holly says, Ten Hag wasn't happy when the commentators asked him about our club. He did shrug that off a bit, didn't he? Did you notice that?
I didn't see that. What happened?
I didn't see that. No, I didn't see it.
He sort of didn't really talk about it. He didn't really say anything. He just said, oh, yeah, well, we're in the semi-final of the FA Cup. He didn't really... No, he didn't say much.
I hope he does his homework.
He just think about us winning yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Assassins Unite, they don't like it up them. I personally think it was the best draw we could hope for, as they are so inconsistent. They are. So are Chelsea. Like CJ said earlier, Chelsea are a little bit up and down. And when you look at the league positions, David Granigan, you won't be for long. I think that's down to the Leeds fan. Ralph Wiggins, spot on Miles, PUSB. There's a comment earlier. Wayne Littlewood, yesterday's second half was the best half I've seen since we put 4 past Gillingham in the first half to top League One. I just think it was the best performance ever. Love your confidence, Miles. We have to keep going, PUSB. Yeah, we're going to win the cup. That's it. End of. Ralph Wiggins, Wolves beat Manchester City recently. Don't forget. And we beat them as well. So there you go. Sussex Unite. So happy for O'Hare, who missed out last year. And Palmer, who was injured as well. Well, Palmer came on for a little cameo, didn't he, for about 10 minutes, and then he had to go off. We are going to beat Man United. That's from Ruben Mackenzie Duff. Jordan Williams, please block Arthur. I haven't seen any of his comments.
I blocked him, that's why.
Oh,
well.
It was too much. It was too much.
He's gone.
It was every other comment.
I haven't seen any of them.
No, there's every other comment. He just kept writing stuff all the time.
Oh, well, he hasn't decided. As I said, he's a season ticket holder on his sofa. So, come on up. David Granigan. That's not reading that one. I saw about him again. No, not reading that one. Cov win 3-0. End of convo. That's what we're going to beat them 3-0. No.
Sims hat trick.
Yeah.
Sims hat trick.
And 87 all over again. Nobody expected us to win yesterday. No, they definitely didn't. Will be easy journey down to Wembley. United fans will live down south, PUSB. Ruben Mackenzie Duff, Sky Blue Tavern, bring it on. David Granigan, yes, I'm with you all. Oh, that's Arthur again. Forget that. Sky Blue Fans TV, we going to Wembley. Yes, we are. Thank you, Ruben. Definitely going. Might even do a live stream outside Wembley again, because that's a Stephen McGovern, Arthur, you know where, go away. Sky Blue Army TV, Wembley. Yes, Sky Blue Army TV, Wembley. All things Sky Blue going to Wembley as well. So there you go. We're all going. Sky Blue Extras going to Wembley as well. So there we are. Paul Thomas, you are right, Vicky. They nearly slipped up at Newport. That was about Man United. Brilliant stuff. Blimey, there's so many comments tonight. Hope we get our usual end at Wembley. 4th time in 7 years, like home match, really. Al, CJ, you'll know this. Because we were drawing out the home team, are we West End?
I don't think it really. I don't think it matters. It's up to the police really where they want us to be, to which side do they want, which pubs they want. But I don't think it actually matters where you're drawn out. I mean, I think effectively like the 1, 3, 4 end, that block, the green man, which is what most people want. But then down the other end, it's like where 109 is. That's the actual home end. That's what's known as the home end, and they don't get the green man. So I don't know really.
Okay.
Could be anyone's guess.
One side gets about 1,000 tickets more than the other side. Do you remember Luton got more tickets than us?
I think that might have been though due to the down where we are. Some of the seating is it's temporary seating,
right?
Because it's the stage slots in for when they have gigs. So that's kind of why. So the makeup at the lower end of the ground down the end is slightly different. It's on like metal. There's a metal flooring.
Yeah,
look, the other end's all concrete.
Yeah, I always wondered why they were metal that end. So it moves to let the stage out. Okay.
Yeah, they slot a stage into it to get more people onto the pitch. Yeah.
Catty Cad says, "What's with the wig, Claudio? You look like one of the Black Widow's bikers from Anyway Which Loose."
That's the Clint Eastwood film, isn't it, with the monkey?
Yeah.
Clyde, isn't it Clyde? He was got. I remember going to cinema to see that. Clyde was
orangutan.
Was it orangutan?
Orangutan.
Ruben
didn't want Man City. No, we didn't. Covandy, I was going to do an impression. Oh, that's about, again. Nino of Cov. We should have been at least 3-0 up at half time. Best game I've seen for years. Oh, here's your gran, Cloud.
It's my grandma.
CJ. It's your grandma. Yeah. Good evening, Anne. Yeah. Love you, Anne. It's not his grandma, it's his mum, by the way. Evening, Anne.
There's a picture of her about 25 years old in colour. I was quite surprised, to be honest with you.
That's with the FA Cup. I've seen that earlier, bless her. What's this? Ruben Mackenzie Duff, Sky Blue Fans TV, Sky Blue Army TV, Sky Blue Tavern. Yes, we're going to Wembley. We are going to Wembley. What do you think the score between Man United and Coventry will be? Oh, this is a good one, guys. Who wants to go first?
Well, I'll go first. I think we'll win 2-0.
2-0. Okay. Yeah.
Ditto. 2-0 to the Cov.
Yeah.
Okay. Vicky?
I'm going 3-1. Because it's going to be a Sims hat-trick. Sims hat-trick for 3 goals, and then they'll score 1, just like as a consolation.
Chris?
What about 3-2 with a Harry Maguire own goal to win it?
I can see the meme now with the Harry Maguire.
CJ?
I love that man, and I just can't. I don't like people talking badly about him.
No, I know. Why you do? That's why I keep saying it.
Yeah, he's not got an England shirt on. He's got a United shirt on when we play.
Yeah, so actually he's pretty poor when he's in. Well, no, it's not that bad actually. But anyway, I think probably I'll go 2-1. To us.
Yeah. I'm going 2-1 in extra time. There you go.
Time.
Yeah, 0-0 at half time. Masterclass of Mark Robbins. There you go.
Be interesting.
Why not?
Speaking
That will
of
be
Robbins,
interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of Robbins, all that nonsense with the ball boy yesterday, I'm pretty annoyed at.
Yeah.
To be honest, the
Yeah.
ball boy was being disrespectful. He was, trying to wind Robbins up anyway because he was in the vicinity. I believe the ball boy's 17 years old, so he's not a kid, which is the impression that O'Neill gave to everyone, that Robbins is sort of celebrating like a 7-year-old's face or something, which wasn't the case. So he's old enough to know from right or wrong, and if he's old enough to dish it out, then he's old enough to receive it. So yesterday, in my book, Robbins had nothing to apologise for, and the ball boys learned a painful lesson there. Being, if you can't, don't dish it out.
I believe he was holding on to the ball, weren't he, when we were 2-1 down? I think trying to delay the.
He threw it further away or something.
Yeah.
I called him Gary O'Squeal, didn't I, earlier?
Yeah, I think their manager was trying to deflect, if you like, away from his probably disappointment that they lost the game and tried to make excuses for something that really didn't really matter, did it? At the end of the day, end of the day, his team got turned over, and I don't think he had any excuses really. At the end of the day, to say how bad they were.
I think where I got really angry about is I picked up the Sun newspaper this morning, like back page. Coventry City, never on the back page. We are today. The headline, it's disgusting. On about
You
not talk about the game and how good we were and how we deserve to go through. You've got to talk about that.
Well, Mark Robbins said on CWR after, he says, "Well, the boys learned a lesson now, isn't he?"
Yeah. And he did apologise, didn't he, as well? He come out and apologised.
He shouldn't have to.
No. The ball boy dropped the ball, smirked at Mark Robbins as if to say, ha, 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 ha. Yeah. Right, to slow the game down so we couldn't take the throw in early and to try and get a goal back. And Mark Robbins, when we got the winner, he went up to him and he just went, ha, 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 ha.
He was lucky it wasn't Liam Kelly doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So at the end of the day, the boy has learned a lesson. And as you said, Chris, and he's old enough to know right from wrong and to wind someone up in a football match. It's a quarter-final of an FA Cup.
You're going to get it back.
And also the keeper going down injured, and then Gary O'Squeal gets his pad out, and the whole team run up. You notice the whole team ran over to the touchline. Yeah. And I thought, we're having a water break here. And you can see our lad looking around going, what's going on? And he was there fiddling around with his iPad.
Yeah.
And then
it's clever though. You've got to give it
you can imagine what they're putting on those pads, don't you?
Bending the rules.
He can't moan about gamemanship and it's fake.
Did you notice, Claudia, when you watched it back, Sarah's like lying back watching. As soon as they all went away, he just taps the trainer and says, I'm okay now, and gets up.
Yeah.
It's so obvious.
He got told to stay down, didn't he?
What do you think they put on those pads there? Do you think they just draw like a picture of a goal and go, it goes in there? Yeah.
Well, I think he was trying to sort of because we were getting
wherever he told him, it didn't work, did it?
No.
And another thing I wanted your views on what people thought, the Callum O'Hare incident with the high kick.
Yeah, how was nothing good about that?
I thought that, I must admit, when I've seen it at the ground, it didn't look as bad as it is. But when I've seen it again on TV, that for me, that's a red card, I think. Would you agree with that?
Oh,
yeah.
Now, listen, right, VAR.
Hate it.
Are they meant to look at that?
How's it not giving it?
Yeah.
Are they meant to look at it?
How's it not giving
it? Is VAR meant to look at that?
If the referee's missed it, these are the rules. If the referee's not seen it, then they can call the referee and have a look at the monitor. He never got asked.
I'm sure they said in the commentary that a check was done. It was passed as okay. But it's like when with the first goal as well. Look how long they were looking at that for. I'm sorry, but when
4 minutes.
When you're looking at it for that length of time, they were looking for a reason to disallow that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think the problem was it's clear it hit his arm because they were looking at it for that long. I think the problem is it has to be on the badge on the arm. If it's below that, it's handball.
Yeah.
If it's above it, so if it hits your arm there, it's not. And
Yeah.
I think the idea was that they weren't sure where the ball hit. But at the end of the day, they're not meant to overturn the referee's decision unless they're
It's not
100%
good
sure.
enough.
Yeah,
I don't
unless it's
understand at
conclusive.
all why that.
Yeah,
To be honest with you, I don't mind VAR at all. I don't mind it at all. Really, I think at the end of the day, if the decision is going to be right, it's right. You know, offside. If there's a toenail offside, it's offside. If the ball goes over the line by a toenail, okay, we won't allow that because it's a toenail. Do you know what I mean? It can work both ways. But
Yeah.
I just look at it and think the referee don't have to go over to the screen because they've got Stuart Atwell sat there who's a fully qualified referee. He doesn't need. Actually, he's from Nuneaton. I should say that. Which is that baffled me a little bit, but so you've got him sat there. You don't need another qualified referee to go over to the screen and see it. He could just take guidance in his ear. But at the end of the day, I just don't understand why that O'Hare one wasn't looked at at all. Well, wasn't looked at properly.
Well, the 4 minutes that
It's dangerous.
the 4 minutes that they spent looking at our goal is the reason we're in the semi-final.
Well, end of the day, we couldn't believe how long it took.
Yeah.
I mean, Miles was standing together, and we couldn't believe how long it was. We had no idea what they were looking at. A possible handball or possible whatever. There was no indication in the stadium to what we were, what they were looking at. And apparently they're looking at offside and all sorts, weren't they?
Yeah, but when I looked at it back today, right, the ball's come off Latabodier. It's gone up onto Sims's thigh, which he got no control over it, right?
No.
And it's bounced up. It's bounced up. So if it hits his arm and bounces up off his thigh, there's nothing he could do anyway. Plus, the Wolves player had his arms all round him, so you could clearly see the Wolves player pulling Ellis Sims because Ellis Sims is slightly going back a little bit. So how was it? It took over 4 minutes to look and see if it was no goal. Was it you I was speaking to, Ken, that we said they should limit it, or was it? I've not been someone else. They should limit it to 2 minutes, and if they haven't come up with a decision, that's it. They play on and it's a goal.
Yeah,
Because 4 minutes,
They go with the on-field decision.
4.5 minutes, 4 minutes is way too long to make a decision on a goal. And it's like we said to Dave the other night, why can't it be when it's a situation like that, the referee comes through the tannoy and we can hear what's going on?
On what we're waiting on,
Because
it's him I feel sorry for. Because we're all shouting at him, we're all shouting profanities. Well, people are shouting profanity. He stood there waiting as much as we are. You know what I mean? He wants to get on with it. He wants to get home.
We're all celebrating. Obviously, then we forget about it. We go, oh, hold on, what's going on here? Then we go, oh God, it's VAR.
We only knew it was for handball because the lad in front was getting messages from his wife at home saying they're looking for a handball.
Did you not see it on the screen?
No, initially, before it came up. But I mean, when you look at it, and then I've seen some stills of it, and you got a still of a photograph. It can look like it looks like it's hit his forearm, and it obviously hasn't. That's just where they've stopped the photo. Yeah. And when I saw it again last night, I thought that's a goal. That's just rolled off his shoulder pretty much.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's got no control over the ball and his body because he's being pulled. It's come up off his thigh and it's gone up onto his chest and it's gone in. So you couldn't give it as handball anyway, could you, Ken? You're the referee.
No.
If it's deflected up off your body, off your leg, and it hits your arm, it's not handball, is it?
No, because it's got to be conclusive, and that's, to me, is not conclusive. The on-field referee didn't see it as an issue, nor did his lino. And it was only VAR that got involved in it, and they had to go with that decision at the end of the day because it wasn't conclusive. It wasn't clear and obvious, was it?
No.
He's got arms. Definitely. Where is he supposed to put them?
Yeah, exactly. And he's being pulled and he's being hugged. Yeah. He's being hugged by the defender and being pulled at the same time. So I think if he weren't being pulled by the defender, it might have come off him and gone into the goalkeeper's hands. where their defender's pulling him, and because of the angle he's pulling him, it's come off his chest, it's gone into the goal. So thanks for that. Right, we got to get through these comments. Sims misses chance, but he doesn't let it get to him. 14 now and 15 for Righty. Good business by King and Robbins. Assassins Unite again. We love you, City. We do. Oh, City, we love you. Yeah, we do. Lee Beckett, time for both of them to get 20 goals each. We said that last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
Do you reckon they get 20 each? CJ and Chris, CJ and Chris, do you think they get 20 each? Got to now, ain't they?
We've got time to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, what? Sims is on 14. Another 2 hat tricks and 1 goal. Yeah, it's easy.
CJ?
It's possible. It is possible. I mean, that's what 10. You're going to fancy if we're going to score. I mean, so effectively, we've got to score what 10, 12 goals between them by the end of the season. I can see it. So, yeah.
It's
We've
got
got
to be done.
how many league games have we got left? 8, is it?
Well, you'd like to think we'd get a few goals over Easter against Huddersfield and Cardiff, really, wouldn't you? I mean, there should be some goals there.
Yeah, you would hope so. Ruben Mackenzie Duff, what do you think the score is going? Oh, we've done that one, haven't we?
Done that one.
What the score will be against Man United?
Yeah,
we've done that one. And Joyner just got online. What's with the wig?
It's my Mick Ferguson tribute because we've got a brand new Mick Ferguson up front.
Yeah, there you go. Assassins Unite. Come on, City. Come on, City. Come on, City. Lee Beckett. Bobby should have got man of the match. Bobby Thomas.
Yeah.
His flick on was great for the goal, weren't it?
It was. Yeah.
What was he even doing there at that time? I was like, what is he doing there? Oh, it was great. But...
Great cross from Hadji Wright as well, though, wasn't it? It was a great little flick.
Yeah.
The way he just chipped it over. He didn't put any pace on it. He just lifted it over, didn't he? And Bobby's.
I thought Bidwell and Hadji Wright got some great crosses in the box, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely. David Granigan says their keeper was amazing. We had 24 shots, 12 on target. He was amazing. As we said earlier on, that's the sort of keeper we need when we get to the Premier League. You know, we love Ben. Brad's growing on us. But, yeah, they're not. When you look at it, are they Premier League quality? I don't know.
I'm not sure Onana is at Man United.
No.
It's all about what you can do with his feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what
I'm enjoying it. They gave it their goalie first. Ruben Mackenzie Duff, can you read mine out? I have. I have read his out. I've read loads of his out.
Yes,
done loads of them. Yeah. We have done loads, honest. We're going through them slowly. We're getting there. Where's Sky Blue? I'll be first to admit I wasn't a Sims fan, but he has won me over. Man of the match for me was Bidwell. Oh, he got into some great positions, didn't he, Bidwell? Yeah. Assassins Unite, he's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Ben Sheaf, brilliant game yesterday, Ben Sheaf. Evening all, Sheaf is by far the best midfielder in the Championship. That's Craig Baker. Gower 87, love how calm Sheaf is on the ball, even when under pressure. Stephen McGovern, it is too early to play Torp and Sheaf both together, and they and try to get 90 minutes from them both. Yeah, it could be. You might need to just swap that around, wouldn't you? Do you think?
Yeah, possibly.
Next season, that'll be next season.
He did come on. He did come in for the last 10 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes, didn't he? Thorpe and Sheaf on the pitch.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
be interesting.
It's that strength and depth you need, isn't it?
Vicky, you're just saying strength and depth. Do you think it will work with Torp and Sheaf in there?
Yeah, and I think, like Claudio said, that's probably the plan for next season. But we're developing year on year, and we've gone from having like Sheaf, I suppose, and then a makeshift type midfield if he's injured, to having serious options. I mean, I thought Eccles was excellent yesterday as well, and so that's another option. So you've got Sheaf, Torp, Eccles, whoever else gets brought in the summer, and that's what we need now. Yeah, you need that depth, don't you? I mean, it's the same with like Palm and O'Hare. I mean, I think Palm has really stepped up in recent weeks, especially since we've gone to the situation where it's only going to be Palmer or Hare playing, not both of them. And so you can bring these players on. That's like serious like ammunition off the bench. And we have not had that for years, have we? I mean, Wobbins has been doing an amazing job with very little resources off the bench. And now we're getting to the stage where we're talking about a squad that actually offers something. And that's another exciting thing as we're going forward, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, definitely is. I mean, totally agree. I mean, the team is just, the way it's moving is just brilliant. Chris McCormack wasn't a fan of Sims all right early in the season, but I'm very happy to be eating my words now. Ralph Wiggins says, absolutely, Craig. I remember when a lot of our fans were moaning about him. PUSB. David Granigan, Sheaf was amazing, and Sims and Wright had the best game for us to date. Jordan Williams, Wolves keeper, faked an injury after 18 minutes. So Gary O'Neill could get his iPad out and explain where his 4 at the back and Wolves players. Yeah, that's what you mentioned, didn't you, Claudia? I think it was you that mentioned that. The Sims and Wright post-match interview showed me how much they both want it. That's another one about Arthur. We'll skip that one. No, that's about Arthur again. Craig Baker. I was one of them when I came to us on loan. But yet again, Mark Robbins and AD worked their magic. He's prem quality.
Sheaf.
Oh, Sheaf. Oh, Sheafy.
Going back to
yeah.
Well, I think like obviously there was a lot of is O'Hare staying or not, but I think if O'Hare did leave, I mean obviously he would be missed, but I think we could stomach it, we could manage it, and still progress if he did leave. The one we can't lose is actually Sheaf for me now.
Yeah.
We can't lose Ben Sheaf.
No, he wasn't at Arsenal for no reason. Ian Small, I'm cooking my humble pie now. Sims is looking like a player and Wright is finding some form. Maybe my advice to sell them was a touch hasty. Well, I think a lot of us were thinking that at first. Yeah, it's tough. It was tough when they weren't firing. And when you pay, I remember Claudio saying, when you pay a lot of money for strikers and they're not firing, everyone gets a little bit itchy, don't they? So, yeah, they're now starting to come good. Guys, if you are watching via YouTube, click the 3 dits on the right half. We've done it. Assassins Unite. He's here, he's there, he's nearly everywhere. Ben Sheaf again. Rob Nichols, sorry, Dots. Yeah, we sorted that. Claudio sorted it. Jordan Williams, go away with this. I can't be doing it. No, skip that one. Assassins Unite. Big thank you to Dennis Lawrence.
About Dennis Lawrence, because it looked like that was his last game yesterday by the sounds of it. He's off to America. They pushed him forward to get a bit of appreciation from the crowd and everything, and they all give him a great round of applause. Now, he's done a fantastic job, hasn't he, since he's been here?
The funniest comment I saw was, did anybody see Dennis Lawrence at the game? And I thought, he's 7 foot tall almost, big back player. How could you not see he was at the pitch? How can you not see he was on the pitch at the end of the game?
Yeah, give it the
No, I think he'll probably have a replacement lined up. Yeah, no doubt.
Supposedly, he's the set piece specialist. So they need to bring somebody in and bring him in quick. They've probably got somebody in mind anyway. But
But talking about Dennis Lawrence, though, come to you, CJ. I mean, he couldn't progress any further with the club, really, could he? Because Jack's dad, Neil Thomas, we were talking on the way back, and he said he's had to move on, really, because he's got AD, then he's got Mark Robbins, so there wasn't anywhere for him to go, was there?
Not really. No, I mean he's not gonna become on par with them two, is he? So yeah, I mean I've got he's done a very good job, hasn't he? He's well respected, and he's very well respected.
Yeah, players like him.
Yeah.
His speech on City Unseen is really nice when you see it later.
Oh, that's good. Oh well, like I say, I'll watch that. I'm saving it for when I'm sat on the bike or the treadmill tomorrow.
Bike or treadmill? Blimey.
Well, I'll be
You
stood
on
on
it?
the treadmill. I don't sit on it.
Alex Baker says we're going to Wembley. Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doo. Good evening, Robin Fletcher. Great weekend. Yeah, great weekend. And Leicester got knocked out the cup as well. And they're not even top of the league anymore. So that makes it even better. Ian Courts, are you doing Spot the Ball? No, not tonight, I'm afraid. Thursday, we have got a quiz though, haven't we, guys?
Yes.
International break. We've got a quiz night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. Love it. So tune in, get your pens and papers ready. David Granigan, man deserves a statue. That's Robin's. Rob Nichols, yes, indeed. Thank you, Dennis. Oh, Dennis Lawrence deserves a statue. I didn't realise just how tall he was. He's 6'7". There you go.
But they couldn't
Well
see
done,
it.
Claudio. Yeah, hey?
Couldn't see it.
Someone said, well done, Claudio. He has started doing the Reading. Yeah, that's about the Leeds fan, the armchair season ticket holder. Gibbo, thoughts on Robin showing his emotions and the incident with the ball boy got schooled, in my opinion. Well, we've had a little chat about that. So that's all been done. Assassins Unite in the FA Cup. Yes, we're still in it. Keeley, is that Certi? What a day yesterday. Still can't believe it was incredible day. Yes, it was incredible. Glenn, good evening, Glenn. 30,000 tickets based on Man United's post seen on social media. Yeah, we've shared that. Thank you for sharing it, Glenn. That's very kind of you. Leon was, you cannot have a situation where a season ticket holder misses out because another season ticket holder has bought a ticket for his window cleaner that's never been before. Yeah, I think it'd be one per season ticket holder. Assassins United, Man United won in 63 and 85 after playing the City, and we won in 87, beating Man United. Near Patel, I said Cov would win at the quarter-final, and after seeing United barely beat a tired Liverpool side, we go all the way and play City in the final. Might get Chelsea. David Granigan, I'm with you at the points. How are you meant to get points when some people get to go to all the way? I think that is. Assassins Unite, we've only got 30,000 fans who have watched some matches this season. So everyone who has been should be able to go. Yeah, that's a good point. Whoever's been this season should get the chance of getting a ticket. It will be season tickets first, and it will be set on points. You're guaranteed it will be. NR, most United fans live near Wembley anyway. Gordon Tully Art, this is our first season as a season ticket holder and looking forward to Wembley. Wanted to know if the club will put on coaches. If not, who will? So, Gordon, you can get the coach with the official travel. So, if you head over to if you go to any of the Twitter pages where the club have advertised tickets, you'll see. So, if you go to Huddersfield now and see if you buy your tickets Monday, bottom of the page, they'll put the link for official coaches. So you can get them from Tesco, CBS, or by the swimming pool. Also, you've got Sky Blue Army, you've got Sky Blue Tavern. They do a coach, so you can go onto their website and they advertise on Twitter. You've also got a load of social clubs and things like that do travel. If you're in a supporters club, Bedford, Rugby, Leamington, obviously Leamington, they do a coach as well. So there's loads of places that do coach travel. If you do go on the coach to Wembley, though, it takes you about 2 hours to get out the car park. So be assured you'll be blocked in the car park. Alex Baker says, the last goal was amazing. He took it so well. Absolutely brilliant. Will CJ's mate Mike with the tea towel flag be there? Who's that then?
Tea
A lad
towel.
called Mike. He's a lad called Mike Curtis. He stands with us in Block 109, and he's got a flag that's about the size of a napkin. And we always kind of stand there. We turn it upside down like the ultras do in home games, and yeah.
Brilliant. Love it. That's just great.
London Reds.
Ralph Wiggins says, fabulous team goal. Yes, definitely was. David Granigan, that last goal was out of this world. If that was a Premier League player scoring that goal, they'd be raving about it, wouldn't they?
Winner the
yeah.
last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that would be Man City,
One-
that would have been everywhere, wouldn't it?
We saw a very
Yeah.
similar goal to that earlier, didn't we? But it was for Chelsea, wasn't it?
Chelsea, yeah.
Yeah.
But he did
Yeah.
the work himself. He didn't
Yeah.
get a couple of teammates to help. But ours was a better team goal, but individually that was.
I mean, what a weekend we had. Poor old Leicester knocked out the FA Cup and then knocked off the top of the table.
And Callum
In
Doyle,
about 2 hours.
Callum Doyle getting sent off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great weekend.
And Ipswich closed the gap on them because they won 6-0 yesterday
Yeah,
against Sheffield
fantastic.
Wednesday.
They could have
So
done the
don't-
playoffs.
We're going to be playing Wednesday next season. Assassins Unite rightly has been called up for the US. He has, and he wasn't even in the team until he scored yesterday. So that's absolutely fantastic. Ian Court, have United got a yellow away kit? No, I reckon they should make one just for the semi-final. Talking about kits, do you think we'll have a special shirt, Ken, with semi-final on it, or are we going to wait for the final?
I wouldn't be surprised if they did a semi-final special. It would surprise me, but then again, I think if they're confident enough, which I think we are, just wait to the final.
I might have to make my own then.
They'll bring one out and you lot will buy it.
Yeah.
Of course we will. David Flanagan,
I think we're going to wear our home kit, aren't we? By the looks of it, obviously, because we don't have to change. There's no kit clash, so that's a good thing. So we'll probably be wearing this one. As United wear their normal red. So
yeah, that'd be nice. That'd definitely be nice because when we wear stripes at Wembley, what do we do?
Normally win, mate. Yeah, we normally win.
There you go. David Granigan, I agree with you, Miles. The club keep us in the dark about a lot of things. Yeah, he's on about Callum O'Hare situation. It'd be nice to hear a little bit about what's going on there. Lee Brackett, if you watch the team, O'Hare used to be middle of all the goal celebrations, but now he isn't because he doesn't want to get hurt, probably. Steve Price, I think if Wright plays for the USA, he'll be against Palmer and Latty for Jamaica. Oh,
That's right.
will he? Is that right?
That's the game.
Oh,
yeah.
that'd be a good game. Let us know what channel it's on if anyone knows. Alex
Just-
Baker, that last goal was amazing, especially when it was in the last minute. Who was going to talk? Someone was going to talk then. Who was that? Neil Pulling, can we get Aaron on the new toilet brush? Oh, God, yeah. We're 2 draws and 2 penalty shootouts from winning the trophy. Yes, we are. Lovely YouTube. Evening, guy. What a time to be a Cov fan. Wow. Assassins Unite. The fans definitely made a difference yesterday. Yeah. David, we're flipping it. We're going to have to finish in a minute, guys. We've never been going 2 hours. David Granigan, you all sounded fantastic on TV. Hardly heard their fans until they scored and thought they had done it well. Then we did a proper smash and grab. Yeah. We just went.
Miles, there's a nice comment here. Make sure I'll just put it up for you. From Will King.
Yeah.
For Cov to win yesterday on what would have been our late mum's 90th birthday, but you can only imagine. And then he's put Doug's interview summed it up. Man, you bring it.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Where are we now? Paul Crittyford. If O'Hare goes to a Premier side, he will need to grow up a lot. No fun and games and needs to be more professional, unlike the little boy he is allowed to be here. And I'm not sure he will fit in. That's a good comment.
Bit harsh, though, isn't it?
That's a good comment. It's a good comment, though. I'd love us to have a safe standing. Yeah, I'd like us to have a safe standing, definitely. So far, Wembley record is played 5, won 3, drawn 1, lost 1. Not bad. We can do it, but the team is going to need the fans to be the 12th man. I'm sure we will be. Lee Backett, Unseen is the next on my list. You'd love it. Absolutely love it. Rob Nichols, Dazzling Dave from Always Wolves, was very gutted but very complimentary about us with his after-match interview with his dad. Okay, look, I might have a little look at that. Just watching the game again now. Brilliant. Amazing goal, especially goal, that must have been. Amazing goal, especially when it was in the last minute. Alex Baker. David Granigan, that Unseen video had me have goosebumps and had me in tears. It did give you goosebumps on your arms, honest. Alex Baker, I meant goal. Yeah, we know. Unseen is amazing. Alex Baker, it was a beautiful goal, and at the last minute, blimey. The last time I was at Wolves Ground was 1973, and we were so confident of victory, but lost 2-0, and I was in shock. I was driving, and my mate said, "Why are we going to South Wales?" That was back then. Oh, good evening, Rich. You messaged me earlier. What a result. Great story about the chef on the team bus having to get the food ready 1 minute and then not thinking it was going to extra time. Oh, wow. Excellent. Yeah, it didn't go to extra time, wasn't it? Great. I'm over the moon in Skegness. Trevor Burnham. Good evening, Trevor. Do you know him, Ken? Because you've got a caravan in Skegness.
No, I don't actually. No, maybe I have to meet me up once, not twice when we're down there in the summer. I'll have to get his number.
Get his number. Written in the stars, says Will King. There you go. Sweet Caroline in the changing rooms was great.
Oh, that's brilliant on the Unseen. Yeah.
Yeah, really good. Hands up if you're going to Wembley.
Oh yeah,
Claudio's not put his hand
for a minute.
I'm buying 30 tickets, so there you go. Mark, no, I'm joking. I'm buying one for me and one for Will. Everyone else can get their own this time. I'm not doing any of that. I'm going to guarantee I get mine. Mark Cunningham, I want United to underestimate us, then give them a spanking. I think they will. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Who the book are Man United when the Blues go marching on. There you go. Steve Alley. Evening all. What a weekend. Walking into work 10 foot tall tomorrow. I was just saying that, Ken, I spoke to Luke and he works with a load of Wolves fans. And yesterday there was a load of Baggies and Birmingham fans, and they were all taking the mickey out of the Wolves fans. So that was great. And he was in a pub last night with a load of Birmingham and Wolves and West Brom fans. So even better. Lose 2-1, but leave with our heads high. That's what Ian Small thinks.
I see Ian Band.
Yeah, so Ian Band. Right, Banning. CFC Kimbo. No matter the result, you just have to be proud of how far we have come as a club, definitely. Man United, Neil Cov won.
Well, I was apparently in the top part of the stand where one of the lads I know was stood. He said that when they scored the second goal, some of our fans, a few of them started to walk out. And I just kind of think, regardless of the result, had we lost 2-1, that team deserved a real round of applause at the end, because the effort was ridiculous. It was one of the best performances I've seen in years. You know, it was undeserved that we were 2-1 down. So I can't understand it. You know, the premium to get a ticket was ridiculous for that game. You know, to leave like that when there's no need to, just you know.
It was weird. We were saying, we were saying in the week, weren't we, that what we wanted more than anything was to feel proud. Like we wanted the team to turn up so that we could feel proud, whatever the result. And I was stood there feeling gutted, but thinking, I am so proud of these lads this afternoon. Like they've done us so proud. I can't believe why anyone would walk away from that at that moment in time.
And now, because of the way we want it, the playoff push is well and truly back on now.
Yeah.
They've got to be buzzing. You just want to play every week now.
Yeah, I don't think. Go on, Chris.
speaking of fans leaving early, what cracked me up in the top end, the walls just above our fans on either side, right next to the corner, got something 2 tiers, like nearly each of our. I don't know why but there was a group of them that were really, when they went 2-1 up, were giving it loads, and they were singing, "Oh hey, Sarah, Sarah," and all that. And then, like, you could see the look of embarrassment on their faces when the second goal went in. And then these same one that were doing all the hand gestures and really giving it loads, as soon as the third goal went, literally just all group form straight up and out. I just went away. I just love things like that. I just thought, that's instant karma for you, that is. Because it was really on the warning goal.
It occurred to me earlier that I'm going down to Wembley on Saturday to watch us play Brazil, and I'm sat in the car with 2 Wolves fans, so I'm looking forward to that.
Brilliant.
Enjoy.
Enjoy it. Listen, we're going to have to get to the end of the show here, Ken, because we're way over.
Yeah,
and,
I know.
I'm going to get in and get rested up for tomorrow. Chris McCormack, it's called karma. It is called karma. Ole, ole, ole. Hadji, right. He's off to the USA. Good lad. He's off. He's on his way. The H machine. If Wolves had won, I wonder if he'd mentioned it. Yeah, that's the little boy, teenager ball boy thing. Robbins had no reason to apologise. No, he didn't. The teenager was a bit cocky, and he got what he deserves, to be honest. Assassins Unite. We need a USA chant. Why? Why? We don't. We got Hadji right. Uncle Christopher, are you taking me to Wembley? Has he got a season ticket?
Yes, yeah. Before that question causes carnage, he has got his own season ticket.
Right, so you are taking it, and there you are. Happy days.
He's dad to take him.
Alison Berry says Callum O'Hare tackle unpunished was the most disgusting incident. Yeah, we've seen. I don't even know why. Doyle would have thrown that lad in the stand. Lol. Yeah, Michael Doyle would have done. Best game I've watched for a long time. PUSB Skegness. Steve Price. Robbins hardly celebrated, just clenched his fist at the ball boy. The Wolves manager and the Sun are a disgrace, not Robbins. Newspapers are just Katie Cad, let's win the FA Cup for the kids and grandkids. Oh, wouldn't it be amazing? Ian Small, clear red card. That's the challenge on O'Hare. David Granigan, it was definitely a red card. Check was done, and they didn't do it clearly. So Assassins Unite. Robbins did no more than most would have done. He wasn't aggressive or swearing at anybody. Bad loser O'Neill. Covandy, that wasn't a tackle on Cal. It was assault. Ian Pimlock, TV said VR check was over for the O'Hare incident in about 10 seconds. Yet it took them 4 minutes to decide if there was a goal. Covandy, if it wasn't for VAR, wouldn't have had the 9 minutes added to win it. We probably wouldn't have gone behind if we had the O'Hare incident looked at and he got sent off. Stephen McGovern, if O'Hare got treated for an injury, then how did he get injured? Yeah, that's true. Where's Sky Blue? Not even the Wolves players were saying handball. David Granigan, Wolves players love Sims. He spent most of the game hugging him, and at one point he was getting a piggyback. Loved your old Highfield Road Stadium. That's Tom O'Flaherty. I suppose you're Irish, so happy Paddy's Day today, everybody, if you're Irish. David Granigan, 9 league games. If they both don't get 20 goals, I think at least one of them will. Assassins Unite. Kitchen was awesome. Jordan Williams. Eccles is so underrated. Eccles.
Good job.
Wayne Little probably agrees.
Performances just like yesterday. We'll see Sheaf move on in the summer. Sadly, I hope not. I hope not. Robin Fletcher,
under
Big Well
contract though,
Cross
isn't he?
was on the money. Yeah, he's under contract, another 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
Arsenal for life, proud of Cov. Oh, good evening, Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
Trevor Moment, City Unseen. Dennis after the match speech, really, really good. Andrew Holland, little lad running on the pitch to get the shirt. Brilliant. Oh, that was ace.
Yeah, did we see that?
Yeah, fantastic. And the lady's, his mum was at home watching it. She put it on Facebook. When you
Yeah, I saw that.
someone was on the pitch. It was just absolutely brilliant.
So she nearly
Lee
choked on her coffee when she seen the on the pitch.
Yeah. Lee Beckett absolutely would buy it if they released a special top. Yeah, I think they'll release one for the final. Don't worry about that one. Paul Crittiford, Man United have yellow lines in the car park and the black tarmac, just clutching at straws. Webby Sports Roundup, good evening. Webby from Tenerife. We're nearly there. We've got 3 more comments. Webby from Tenerife. I'm in the clouds. Love them 2 bits. Jordan Williams leaving early should be a -10 on your loyalty points. Yeah, it should be -10. Jason Booth, CCFC, 3-2 to Coventry against Man United. Will King, load of emojis. Luke Carter, good evening, Luke. Evening, guys. What a weekend spent last night in a pub. Blues fans, Villa fans, ha ha ha. Ralph Wiggins, Eccles is going to be a top player. Luke Carter. Banana wears a yellow goalkeeping top.
Oh,
there you go. That's every comment.
Wow.
This took us 2 hours.
That must be a record of amount of comments we've had on it. Oh,
Well done, Miles. You'll have to rest your throat now, mate.
Can I just say, Fernandez has got a yellow streak going through him as well. So he's just got to get stuck into. Already, I know I'm going to be upset with Fernandez throughout the whole game and be swearing at him.
Oh, it's going to be annoying.
Can I just say, within 5 minutes of the final whistle, I get a message from Keith in Canada saying I've booked my flights to Birmingham on the Friday. So he hasn't got a ticket. He hasn't got a ticket yet, and he's coming up. He says even if I just spend it in Coventry that weekend, that's just
brilliant.
Nuts.
Right, no more comments. That's it. End of the show.
Mars did a fantastic job reading all the comments out. There must have been a record. I've never seen so many comments. We've had loads of viewers tonight as well. Fantastic to have you all. Without you viewing or commenting, we'd have no channel. So we appreciate it all as you do. The Sky Blues back in action on Easter weekend. Huddersfield away, isn't it? On Friday the 29th. We play on the Friday and then we play on the Monday, don't we, on the Easter Monday. So no game next weekend. We have got a live show on Thursday. Quiz, isn't it, Claudio?
Oh, all right, and I better do a quiz. Yes.
Yeah.
No.
You, Victoria and Ken are doing the questions.
And I've got an announcement. I think I can announce it now that we're going to have David Phillips on the show very shortly.
David Phillips, the FA Cup hero.
Exactly. He's going to come on. We're doing it with collaboration with BC Radio. I had a chat with him at the Diamond Lunch. He's up for it. Apparently, I can ask him anything, is what he said, within reason, obviously.
Okay.
That should be a really good show. And there's also, not long after that, we're going to have Mickey Ginn on as well on a different show. He's coming on. So it's going to be good times. And, should be a good, fun evenings, basically.
Yeah. Cool.
Fantastic. Well, it's been a fantastic show. Can we leave tonight with the goal 10 miles just to remind everybody?
Shall we?
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Chris?
Miles, can I just ask what's that over your right shoulder on the wall?
I knew you were going to say that.
Where'd you get that from?
It's a lovely neon sign, isn't it? And that is from Neon Now. Right? They're on Facebook. They're our sponsor. They're in the bottom left-hand corner as you're looking at the screen. Head over to their website. You can buy one of them and use our code going across the bottom of the screen. You can see it going across there at the moment, and you can get a discount on any sign. Doesn't have to be a Coventry City sign. It can be any sign, and you get a discount on their website.
Oh, fantastic. There you go. So make sure you do that if you want one of those fantastic signs. Well, that's about it. Look, it's 9:30, just gone 9:30. We've been well over.
I'm going to
2
get
hours.
lynched.
I think that's a record show for the amount of time we've been on as well. What a fantastic weekend it's been. We're going to leave you with the goals again, as if you haven't seen them already. I've watched them several times, but they're never going to get old, are they? They're fantastic. Elephants have crushed the Wolves. The next stop is the Red Devils. Good night. Clark Sky Blues.
Right,
Oh,
Sky Blues.
People have dummy the left foot.
Sky Blue Fans TV. For the fans, by the fans.